What's wrong?
It's Theo.
What about Theo?
He's still alive.
Hi everyone, I'm Sandrine. This is Americ.
Hello.
Let's talk about Teen Wolf Season 6, Episode 10.
Riders of the Storm. Riders of the Storm.
Which is also the winter finale of Teen Wolf, so it won't be back until summer. But until then, we can still have an episode to talk about.
Yes, we got thoughts. Speaking of, let's talk about some quick thoughts.
Parrish was such a disappointment so far this season.
Oh, God. Massive disappointment.
He didn't do anything. And when he did stuff, he was controlled by the enemy.
Yeah.
And he didn't even really do that much with the enemy. I feel like you guys have a hellhound. How are you not winning? You're not really... I feel like you're not using the full potential of Parrish.
I think the only thing we're winning here is the contest for underutilizing your characters. Yes, we're winning that.
Speaking of underutilizing your character, I feel like Lydia's scream was very much underused. But here's the thing. When she was using it in the episode, it seemed like it would take a lot out of her after. Like she had to take time to recuperate. So is it that maybe she can't just, scream like whenever she wants? Like it has to be something important, otherwise she's just kind of weak after for a while. I don't know. That's what it seemed like.
No. Well, yes and no. I think I agree with you that maybe it weakens her, right? To just use her powers that way. But you know what doesn't weaken her? Never using it, because she never used it ever through the entire 10 episodes. Like maybe another time, like when she met the other Banshee.
Yeah.
And she was fine after. She wasn't like, oh my God, I'm so tired.
I think it's not very clear. First of all, I think. There's some conflicting information with me for Lydia. It's not clear, like, how her power works exactly. Does it tire her or not? Can she use it a lot or not? But she always says she's supposed to be this super powerful, being, but then she's always, like, the weakest one of them all. Like, she's the one that doesn't really fight, and then she comes in at the end, right?
For me, this is the Superman problem, right? Superman is pretty much invulnerable and can do anything and can fight any enemy. Yet, we try to give him some foil or some moral thing just to try to stop him from doing all this stuff, because if we just let Superman be Superman, there will really be no story because he would stop it. I feel like Lydia...
Well, except if they have kryptonite.
Well, yeah, but they didn't have kryptonite, right? Like at this point, they don't have anything to fight her. So they just underutilize her. On purpose, because otherwise she would just be screaming all throughout and the show wouldn't be called Teen Wolf but Banshee.
Malia calling Peter Dad.
Aw, that was cute.
I like when she's just like, okay, fine, Dad.
Dad.
Dad. Theo! He made it!
Oh, God, this is ridiculous.
He wasn't even taken. He was pretty badass, actually. Like, when he's just like, it's almost like after fighting everything is like, oh, Theo, you're still alive. I'm still fighting, man. I'm still fighting.
Can we just please explain the point of Theo we're bringing him back in these episodes? Talk about, like, what's the point of the character? Like, seriously.
Well,
let's imagine we had not brought him back at all.
Actually,
they could have solved pretty much 90% of their problems the same way.
Well, he did tell them about, like, information about the Ghost Riders and Douglas and all of that.
I feel like they could have given that to Deaton, who, by the way,
is Deaton?
What the hell was not even in the thing. The only reason is because they wanted to bring Cody Christian back, which, no offense, I like the guy. I don't like his character. We all have our issues. But seriously, though, like, there was no point.
I didn't mind it.
You're just doing that to troll me. I swear to God.
I do agree with you that I feel like Deaton would have been, like, at least I would have liked to see him in this.
He could have literally added the same level of exposure to those facts that didn't require, Theo to come back. Like, I thought Theo was going to be a more integral part of it all, but really, no, he really wasn't.
I mean, the season's not over.
Ugh.
Melissa kissing Argent. I feel like they came out of nowhere.
Yeah, they kind of did.
I just kind of felt like, I mean, I'm fine with it, but I always thought that she was going to be with the sheriff. And then suddenly Argent comes up and it's like, wait. What's going on? And then Mason cracked me up when he's at the hospital with Corey, and then Melissa is like, do you know about the 9 herbs? Like, trying to, like, like, let me tell you about the 9 herbs. Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, the 9 herbs that do that's heal. You need me to tell you about it? And it's like, fine. I need you to tell me about it. It's trying to be cool.
Mason is such a show off.
Let's talk about Douglas's plan, or Mr. Douglas's plan.
Yeah.
or Nazi werewolf,
Yeah.
lion.
You know what?
Plan.
I'm very disappointed in the villain this half season because what plan was that exactly? It just what was he thinking exactly? Like he wanted to merge two worlds using Corey, who he didn't know existed before. But now he has them. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna create a wild hunt with a banshee and an alpha and all.
But
this
I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand what the ultimate plan was. Okay, then
the plan wasn't clear. The execution felt like he was improvising a lot of this stuff and saying, "Oh, I can do this, but I can't do that." And the whole merging of worlds for me was such a mess because now I didn't understand at all what were the rules of the thing. Right? So,
well, I think the rules were kind of meshed up together a little.
So we had Peters not being able to touch and then suddenly being able to touch the characters he wasn't able to touch a second ago. Okay? What am I supposed to think about that?
I don't know.
That made no
sense.
sense.
Really get that.
So I feel honestly the whole conclusion, the wrap up of it all was a mess. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It didn't make a lot of sense to me. For me, there were so many inconsistencies that I couldn't really enjoy the moments. If it weren't for Stiles' arrival, I don't think I would have just enjoyed this as a winter finale. I would have been like, really? Are you serious?
I was fine with it. I mean, it wasn't like the best villain. Like Deucalion, of course, was like a million times better.
I mean, Void Stiles was better.
No. I mean, of course.
We can agree that villain-wise, come on.
Yeah,
it was
of course. Okay. Definitely. But I think for me, what I really enjoyed about this episode was Stiles' return, really. For me, the rest was just kind of like... Okay,
filler?
We need to wrap it up. Yeah, we need to fill
wrap it up. We're back to summer, guys.
But moving on to the most important part is Stiles' return.
Stiles. Or Miss Love.
Miss Love.
I
still don't think we say it correctly.
I don't think we say it right. But yeah, he's always going to be Stiles for us.
I love the reunion with the sheriff, but I felt like it was kind of too quick. Like, hey, okay, you need to go now. Go with your friends. I'll take care of this. Like, why can't you go with him? Like, I really don't like why. But I also like the fact that when Stiles came back, he came back in the place where he was taken in the first place. In a place it was taken in the first place. Right?
That's pretty much probably what happened to most of them, right? They all came back in the same place.
I think so, yeah. And I realized how much I've missed the whole like Stiles moments. He really has the best moments in Teen Wolf. Speaking of best moments, love that he just like comes in and hits stuff. He's like, he's a bad guy, right? Like I didn't miss this. Like we don't want him.
Yeah, they brought him back in and the tone of the show just
changed.
Like immediately when he came back in.
And then he's so happy to see Scott. It's like, Scott, hug, Liam, hug. And Liam is like, okay, dude, I'm glad to see you, but can we go? Because can we do this later? Of course, when he learns that he's been gone for 3 months, he's like, if they don't let me graduate, I swear to God.
Oh, yeah.
And then Stiles going into the girls' locker room, he's like, not that different. Kind of disappointing.
It's just like Stiles just
it's just like everything that we didn't get
throughout the season. They just did it in one episode. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then of course, we know what you want us to talk about.
The fact that Stiles and Scott saved the...
No!
You're talking about Stydia!
Yeah! She's like, I didn't say it back, you didn't need to.
Oh my God. Look at this. Look at this.
I need a moment.
Get off the set. You're being unprofessional. I'm not opposed to Stydia, of course. I think it's great. If anything, I feel like it's more age appropriate than Parrish and Lydia before that. So Marish was never.
Which I still think is weird that they never addressed it again.
Yeah, but I am a little bit like peeved that the whole like Scalia thing never really happened. Except in my head. I felt kind of
bad for Malia.
I know.
Who used to be his girlfriend, and it's like,
what up, dude?
Do we not address the fact that hey, they were together? Like, is she okay with Lydia and him being together?
Yeah, this show is great at not addressing a lot of facts. We're not addressing the whole Malia Stiles thing. We're not addressing the whole Kira thing, who apparently doesn't need to graduate. You know, she's good. She's fine. She's in the desert. She's training. There's a lot of stuff that just goes unaddressed. Like, what's Theo's purpose? You know, just let's put it out there. Am I bitter? No, I'm not bitter. Why? Why do you think that?
So everyone is happy, everything's wonderful, and we're making plans for the future. Stiles is pretty much telling Liam, Mason, he's your guy. Like, meaning like Mason is like him, and then Liam is Scott. and he's a new alpha, which not technically he's not a new alpha, but he's a new, guy who's going to protect
Alpha in
hills.
training. Huh?
Alpha in training. Yeah, but he's not even going to be an alpha unless
He kills an alpha.
He kills an alpha, yeah.
He might have to.
That's true. They did hint at it, right? Mm-hmm. And then I love that Stiles is giving like the bat to Mason. Mason's like, well, I don't play baseball. That's not the point.
Yeah.
Just take it. What I find interesting is that they're all kind of going in different schools now. So she's going to MIT. He's going to George Washington as pre-FBI.
Yeah.
Scott is going to UC Davis.
Yeah.
And then they kind of ride off, and I thought,
is that the series finale?
Like, what? I don't get it. Like,
I don't know.
What do you think the rest is going to be? Like, because we have another 10 episodes.
We have another 10 episodes. My thing is, I expect there's going to be a time jump, right?
Yeah.
So there's going to be a time jump, in my opinion, and that would basically allow everybody to go through some adventures, to grow, to be in different situations.
Come back in the summer together?
Yeah,
come back. A summer adventure while they're on break?
What, summer, right?
Yeah,
that could be a thing. I expected the first half to at least have higher stakes. I expected someone in the group to at least, die. I'm gonna call it.
So mean.
I'm gonna call it.
So mean.
But it adds more drama. I'm just saying. I don't want them to die.
Maybe
but
they'll die.
I thought Corey was a goner for sure, but no, he made it. Like everyone made it. It made no sense. I feel like
it makes sense. It just you wanted more tragedy. But we don't need more tragedy.
So I'm thinking the last half, right, of the season, hopefully they're going to add more of that tragedy, more of those big scenes, more of those big moments, because quite frankly, Scott did jack this first half, except in this episode, and most of it was a stunt because, bro, he's not doing all those flips.
Maybe he is.
No, he's not doing all those flips. It would show his face. Are you kidding me? Yes. No. He's not doing any of those flips. Lydia barely screamed, We barely had any Stiles moment except pretty much in the last episode. We have a lot of demands. What about you? What did you think of this episode? What are some of the moments that really stayed with you? What were your favorite Stiles moment, studio moment? Comment below. Let us know.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It's always really helpful. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos and our Teen Wolf reviews this summer.
Yep. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time. Bye.